If you haven't had an opportunity to watch episode 8 of Marvel's Daredevil, stop listening now, major spoilers, here we go. While Murdock, Foggy, and Karen's mission becomes clearer, Fisk's world spins further out of control in his battle for Hell's Kitchen. Episode 8 is called Shadows in the Glass. Absolutely brilliant, man. What I love the most about it is, like, it gets me pumped up for Batman v Superman. And I know that we're talking about a Marvel Comics TV show. I understand that, okay? It's not DC Comics. It has nothing to do with Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, none of that. But this is the potential, man, of a bald-headed Lex Luthor or a man in power to address the world for the first time. And you just get these goosebumps, man. I think that this Wilson Fisk character, who's going to, turn into Kingpin. He will eventually become Kingpin. I don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how, but he's going to get to that point, man. Maybe it's with the death of Vanessa. Maybe it's with something happening when Daredevil and Fisk come together or something like that. Who knows, man? But he's going to get to that point. They show you how to build characters, man, in this, and successfully. They don't pull that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode number 1, their pilot episode, all the way until, seasons 2 started getting a little bit better. They allow you to have a good season from the beginning, man. They took their time. They probably spent a lot of time on the script, man. Obviously, that's where everything begins. It begins on the paper, and then after that, hopefully you can, take the paper and make it, come to life on the big screen. And that's what they did, man. I think that Netflix needs to be talked about, man, about this. They need to be really awarded for their efforts, man. And hopefully, someone pays attention to that. Hopefully maybe they get an award or something like that at one of the award shows. It's something special. Everything that's wrong with fucking Arrow, Marvel's Daredevil has went ahead and took all of those errors that's in Daredevil and they made it successful. It's a damn vigilante TV show. And Hell's Kitchen is Stone City, man. Like that's you can put Oliver Queen and Matthew Murdock right next to each other, and Maddie would destroy Oliver Queen. It makes Oliver Queen look like, I don't know, some little punk, man. I don't know, man. As a DC Comics fan, and how big of a DC Comics fan I am, it really makes me just, I don't know, want to slit my wrist and just, get a shotgun and blow my goddamn heart out. Because it just, I don't know, man. It just, I don't know, it pisses me off, but it also gets me happy because at the beginning of time, man, when I first started comic books, I was actually a Marvel fan. Started with X-Men. And then slowly, once I got introduced to Superman and Batman, the animated series, and Mask of the Phantasm, I switched over to DC Comics, and then obviously Smallville took me over the edge. But I'm hoping that, Marvel can revive itself, man, because for me, in Phase 2, it's been dead. But with this Shadows in the Glass, it brings you back, man, to everything that you loved about the comic book characters. Because, a comic book character like Kingpin, he's such a massive character, such a large character, that you kind of forget that he was a kid too. Every single comic book character, they're grown-ups, but they were a kid at one point. And so when you get that backstory and you get to see, William Fisk, man, you get to see him being abused by his father and being trained by his father to not, take weakness and anybody that treats him bad, seek revenge, and beating his mother. And then after that, you end up killing your father. All of that stuff builds the character and it turns you into there. Now you understand why Kingpin has these little twitches and why he has these different mannerisms and why he's afraid. He's afraid because he doesn't want people to see him for what he truly is, and who he truly is William Fisk. He's Kingpin. And in order to, go forward in life, man, you have to know who you are. And I think that was what this was. It was like showing you exactly who Kingpin is. He understands who he is. He has a woman by his side now who's Vanessa, who's kind of pushing him forward the same way that she did with Jor-El. Okay, I just want to say that it didn't take Laura a long time, man, to get over the death of Jor-El. And obviously, I guess Jor-El didn't see that coming because he pretty much got his DNA and you know, superimposed it on the program to where he can be on any sort of scout ship inside of the Kryptonian universe. But, you know, he kind of left Laura, and we thought that she was dead, but she's not dead. She's actually in a different Earth. She's on Earth 2, which I guess, you know, kind of does a cross between Marvel and DC Comics, and now she's there taking care of Kingpin, and she's a bad guy now. Let's just go ahead and call her that. It's really beautiful to see, you know, how she's able to be the calming mechanism inside of Fisk's life, and also to see how, you know, Fisk, he has a best friend inside of Wesley, I believe his name is, and now he has Vanessa. So he has two great allies that can help him kind of maneuver this takeover for control of Hell's Kitchen. Now, in this episode, he kind of lost all ties and control as far as the Triad and the Russians and all these other, you know, Wakuza and all these other people. But there was this old ancient lady who could speak all the languages, and she told him to get his house in order, and that's what he did. At the end of the episode, you see him speaking to the world and addressing and exposing himself. And now the people will speak his name. They will say William Fisk, because he's going to fund the rebuilding of Hell's Kitchen, man. So people are going to trust him. He took the words pretty much right out of Ben's paper, and now Ben has no real credibility, so he had to delete his actual paperwork, his story that he was going to write. Daredevil met with Ben for the first time, and now they're allies. Karen and Ben are still working together. Karen and Foggy and everybody's working together now to try to take him down. And this episode was all geared towards Fisk, man. We got to see the past, the present, and the future. The future is Hell's Kitchen, how he's going to, you know, run Hell's Kitchen. I'm on episode 9 now, Speak of the Devil, and we'll see what happens, man. Once again, man, 10 out of 10 stars, man. Shadows in the Glass is by far my favorite, and I'll put that at the top of the list as of right now, man. I will go Shadows in the Glass, Stick, and then after that, go from episode 1 all the way down to episode number 6. And then we'll watch number 9 and 10 and see what happens. Man, we're out here, guys. Thanks again for listening and watching. Put your comments down there and comment, like, subscribe, share this video. I really appreciate it, guys. And what do you think about Daredevil?